Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be reviewing the all new 8th generation Nissan Sentra SR. Now this is a completely redesigned Nissan Sentra and I'm going to be showing you all the highlights and important features in this video. Before I start, don't forget to like, subscribe and like this video, because I'm going to be posting more content about this car. So here it is, the 2022 Nissan Sentra SR. As we can see, it's completely redesigned and I like this style much better than the 7th generation. I think this one is more pleasant to look at, more aesthetically. It's very nice. This color is very nice. I didn't like it in the beginning, but now I like it a lot. It's electric blue metallic and it's very cool. Well, my first impression is that now the car is a lot shorter to the ground and it's also wider. I think the 7th generation used to be taller as well as it used to be narrower, and I like this style better because I think it looks sportier. Now I want to say that it's not a sports car, it's not a BMW or a Mercedes. It's an economic 4-cylinder car, but it has that sporty look to it. This new stance looks much better for this car. Now we have 18-inch aluminum alloy rims, and this comes only for the Sentra SR premium package. Now the headlights extend more to the sides and they can be seen when looking at the car from the sides. So this is the Nissan SR trim. It's the top of the line for the Nissan Sentras. So you may be asking yourself, what is the difference between the SR and the S or the SV? That I'm going to show you later in the video. This car is not only an SR, but it's an SR premium package, which is the top of the line and the most equipped of the Nissan Sentras. It has so many features and technologies that I will show you later in this video. The car comes equipped with side sill extensions, and they make the car look closer to the ground and they also make it look wider, and this improves the stance of the car and its appearance. In my opinion, I think the disc brakes are too small for the car. The rear disc brakes are solid disc brakes. And for the front disc brakes, we have ventilated disc brakes. The front disc brakes are wider than the rear disc brakes. Like I said, I like this new design much better, especially with these larger rims. Sometimes it feels like I am looking at a BMW or a Mercedes-Benz. The SR Premium package comes equipped with the LED headlights as well as the LED fog lights. These lights are the turn signals as well as the hazard lights, and they are very bright. You can actually see them reflect off other cars or even signs on the road. This is the signature daytime running lights, and these are on all the time, whether it's day or night, they will always light. This is the high beam and the low beam lights, and they are thin projector LEDs. The new generation now comes equipped with dark chrome grille, and also we can see the new Nissan logo, and this logo seems to be inside a small plastic capsule, which I think it can break easier. I want to make it clear that this is not a sponsorship or advertisement of any kind. This is a car that I actually purchased. There is a frontal camera located above the Nissan logo, as well as there is another one in the upper side of the windshield, and these have functions, and I'm going to be explaining those later in this video or in another video. Also, for the premium package, you will find dark painted mirrors. No matter which color you choose, red, white, you will get black mirrors. There is also another camera and another LED light. Also, for the SR premium package, you can now start your engine from far away, and this is important during winter times if you want to warm up your car before you get inside. To activate remote engine start, you press twice on the lock button and immediately press on the curved arrow. Now, if you don't get in the car within 10 minutes, the car shuts down automatically. Again, these are the LED daytime running lights. They will be on all the time. And there's another auxiliary light. Now, if you want to turn off the engine from far away, you can also do that by pressing on the curved arrow. So it seems like a nice car. This is the SR. There is the SR, and then there is the SR premium package, and this is the premium package. It's got the most features and technologies. It's the most equipped. There are a few things that the car is missing, but I think they will add those to the next year models. Another feature is that if your keys are deep inside your pockets, you can now get inside the car by pressing this button, as long as your keys are near the handle. You can also lock the car by pressing the same button, and you will find this button in the driver's as well as the passenger's side. So I think that covers the basics for the exterior. So now let's get inside. As we can see, the interior has been completely redesigned as well, and it's much nicer than the previous generation. I am now inside the car, and my first impression is that it is much nicer than the previous generation. To me, I think the dashboard it looks kind of like a Ferrari, and the infotainment system, it looks like I am looking at a BMW or a Mercedes-Benz. It really is that nice. So for all the Sentras, they all now come equipped with an all wrapped leather steering wheel. A fun fact is that, according to Nissan, the air vents are inspired by the Nissan GT-R. And not only that, but they also have a function like you can twist the knobs and you can adjust the speed of the air, as well as you can choose the airspeed on the buttons down below. There is a small compartment that I believe it's designed to hold the keys. This is a push button ignition, and the key must remain close to the button. If it's somewhere else, you may get a message saying that the key must remain closer to the ignition, or else it may not turn on the engine. So I believe this is for the key. One thing that I had wished is for this to be a wireless phone charger. Unfortunately, it is not. But I think that they will add that option for future year models. So this is the SR Premium package, and it is equipped with a lot of technology, sensors and cameras. So now I am going to turn on the electronics. To do that, I simply press on the ignition button without pressing the brake. If you press the brake and the push ignition at the same time, the engine will start. But if you simply press the ignition button, the electronics will turn on.
Los componentes del carro.
The odometer dashboard remains unchanged. There is, however, a larger screen, and this screen lets you know everything that's going on with the car. It shows you messages and sensor warnings, and it even tells you the tire pressure and a lot more stuff. A new cool feature on the 2022 Sentra is that there is now an independent air conditioning, and it is also now digital. So you can adjust the driver's side as well as the passenger side independently. The passenger side displays 75, while the driver's side displays 71. So I think this is an useful feature because you can disable the passenger side if you are driving by yourself alone. There is also a sync button. By pressing this button, the passenger side knob takes full control and controls both sides. For the infotainment, there is an 8-inch display touchscreen, and it's very responsive, and I haven't noticed any bugs that often. For all the Sentra trim levels, there is now a full leather steering wheel, and only the SR comes with the orange stitching. Also for the SR Premium, the shift knob is also covered by leather. For all the other Sentras, this is a completely different material. There is a lot of soft materials in the dashboard. Down below it's hard plastic. For the doors, there is also a lot of soft materials on the upper side, and for the bottom it's hard plastic. There is also a soft spot for the knees in the inner console, and there are more air vents on the outer sides. One thing that needs improving is the dashboard lighting. The lights are too weak, and I already adjusted to maximum brightness, but they are still hard to see, so they need to be brighter. You will find illuminated vanity mirrors on the Sentra SR Premium package. As well as other features like the SOS alert button. The new Sentra now comes with a handle. This was missing on the 7th generation, or at least in the cheaper version, the base model, but now there is one. And I think that it has improved in terms of visibility. There is now better visibility than the previous Sentra. I will turn the engine on. I can say that the seats have improved. They feel more comfortable and the headrest has improved as well. In the 7th generation, the headrest used to push your head forward, but now it feels more comfortable. However, the seats continue being too small, they should be larger. For the SR Premium package, there is the power seat for the driver's side only. This is a 6-position seat and it also comes with lumbar support. For the passenger side, there is still a manual seat. Since it is a power seat, the seat can now be lowered more, and this creates better visibility while driving, and it is also better because it now feels more sporty, and also like the center of gravity is lower to the ground. The driver's seat can slide forward more, and this means that shorter people will be able to drive the car comfortably. Taller drivers can slide back the seat and stretch their legs comfortably, but this affects the back seat clearance. Also, the electric motor is very noisy, but it's just a Sentra, it's not a Mercedes or a BMW.
Ahora voy a tratar de subirlo, vamos a ver cuánto sube.
The seat is a little slow, but you cannot expect much from Sentra. This is as high as it will go. Let me lower the seat all the way down because I think it feels more sporty all the way down. So now let's look at the backrest. This is the lumbar support inflating and deflating. Unfortunately, the seats are made from Prima-Tex charcoal, and this is very similar to leather. They're probably synthetic leather, but unfortunately they are not genuine leather. And the SR Premium package comes with the orange stitching. The back seats are made from the same material. Now let me show you the back seats. One thing is that for the new generation, the rear doors are obviously larger than the 7th generation. The 7th generation used to have a window, a little window on the side, but on this new generation, that window is now integrated in the door, so there is far more space when getting in and out of the car. It is just as wide as the Hyundai Elantra, I would say. The driver's seat is almost all the way to the back. The Sentra still disappoints when it comes to the back seat clearance. For taller people like 6 feet and up, your head touches the ceiling, as well as there is just enough room for the legs. So I would say that it's just as small as the previous one, or if not, I would say that it's worse than the previous generation. So the back seats are a little disappointing, and they need to make more room for taller people. If you are a taller driver, I suggest that you sit towards the edge of the seat, and that lowers your head a little bit more. There is also an arm rest on the back seats. One thing is that this part now it's hard plastic. The previous generation it used to be like carpet, and I think that this being hard plastic it's going to fade and probably crack over time. So the only thing is that it is not going to catch dust like the carpet one, but it will definitely fade and probably crack over time. So the back side of the car is also very nice, and we now have independent lighting towards the rear of the car. It couldn't be in the center like the previous generation, and that's because they needed to leave space or room for the moonlight or sunroof. So this is a small and simple car, but it's very nice as well. There is also a USB for the passengers, so that they can charge their cell phones, although these USBs are very slow. So this compartment is very small, but nobody really needs that much space here in the back seats anyway. I think that it's a lot harder to get off the car now because your foot touches the speaker now, but they compensated by widening the door, and so you can use that space to get off the car easier. So now let's remember that it's just a Sentra, a smaller car, and we're not talking about this is not a Honda Accord or the Toyota Camry. This is a mid-size car. It's also not a compact car. A compact car would be a Versa or a Honda Fit. This is just a mid-size car. Another feature that is only available in the premium package is one of my favorite ones, and that is the sunroof. So you can open up the sunroof if you want light, or you can actually open the window to let some air in. So I think this is a cool feature and it's worth it. You can also open the window this way, and this will reduce all the air noise. If you open the entire window, you will hear a lot of wind noise. And also I think that the window opens very little, and I think that they are going to fix this in the coming year models. I think it's just all marketing. One thing that I don't like is that there are so many painted parts in the car, and these will fade over time. In the 7th generation, this used to be chrome, and obviously chrome lasts longer than painted parts, and I think that this is going to fade away with the oil from your fingers over time, as well as this part here and this part in the steering wheel. If you scratch this part, you will see the black plastic underneath, as well as more parts in the dashboard like the air vents, and as well as the shift knob. If this was chrome, This would last a lifetime, but unfortunately it's a painted part. So I think they do that on purpose to wear down the car faster or to save money. The 2022 Sentra SR and the other trim levels are now equipped with so many technologies and features that I cannot explain here in this video, or it would turn into a 2-hour video. So don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'm going to be creating more content about that. What I can tell you is that now these cars come equipped with Nissan Safety Shield 360. These cars come equipped with cameras and monitors, sensors all around the car, and that let you know what's going on around the car and prevent accidents and stuff like that. And these are things that will actually help you in the real world. They will help you avoid accidents, hitting pedestrians, hitting the curb, scraping your rims, things like that. These are actually things that will help you. So now, I think that the more sensors and electronics a car comes with, the less reliable it will be over the years, and that is because those will break down over time, and that will compromise the car's reliability. When that happens, you can turn off those sensors or electronics and just continue driving the car like a normal regular car, and the Sentra's reliability, it should go for years and years, as long as it's well taken care of and maintained. But for the durability of the sensors and electronics, that only comes with time. You can only see that throughout the time. It is too early to judge, and it takes time to see that. With Nissan Connect, you can turn this car into a Wi-Fi hotspot. You can connect your tablets, computers, or other cell phones by using the car's Wi-Fi. But of course, this is a subscription that you have to pay for, but it's just ready to play. The premium package comes equipped with the 18-inch wheels that I already showed you. Another cool feature is that the car comes equipped with iPhone CarPlay as well as Android Auto, whichever one you have. Now, I am not too familiar with this, but I can tell you that it's not wireless and you need a Type-C cable. And also there are very few apps that will work with this. So whatever you see on your phone, you can see that on the car's display. Other sensors and features are automatic braking, rear cross traffic alert, blind spot warning, lane departure warning, high beam assist. And I will talk about all that in another video. There is no time to talk about that in one single video, so don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, Prima-Tex, very close to the leather, it's very nice. The premium package comes with the 18-inch aluminum rims, as well as the LED headlights and fog lights, although the rear lights are still halogen because I could see the bulb there, and also the LEDs on the side mirrors, which are very bright. We cannot forget about the sound system. The premium package comes with a Bose audio system, which is fairly nice. It is a nice stereo system. It comes with 8 speakers, 4 on the front and 4 on the rear side, for a total of 8 speakers. And these are the Bose speakers. Also, for the 360 cameras, we have cameras in front of the car and all around the car. Also, if you switch the view, you can still see the front camera, but now you can see the driver's front side where I'm pointing right now. And this is very helpful when parking and avoid hitting the curb, scraping your rims. This camera is very helpful. Also, this is the rear view camera, and it is also helpful. It lets you know when you have objects in the car. Here's another view. This is the rear view and the 360. So I'm going to be making more videos about this, so don't forget to hit the bell button to receive those notifications. The center console seems to be taller and wider, much nicer than the previous one, as well as the arm rest, and its compartment it's very deep. For the glove compartment, it's still very small, but it gets the job done. Another cool feature in the SR Premium package are heated seats. Also, there is the heated steering wheel, and this is useful as well during the winter times, and this will cause the steering wheel and the seat to become warm, and it only takes less than a minute. Also, there is an intensity, as you can see, 2 lights, and this is just for the intensity. It still has the eco mode to save on fuel. Now the sports mode is now located in the knob shift itself, and the car must be in drive to see this function. Now let's take a look at the trunk. This is the latch for the hood, and this is the latch for the trunk. And here's the latch for the gas cap. Now the gas tank, it still continues to be on the rear side of the car, and I wish that it was moved to the left side or the driver's side, but that's Nissan for you. So my first impression of the trunk, it is still very wide and deep, but I think the floor is higher than the previous one. I think the previous one, the floor was lower. So in other words, I think the previous trunk was bigger than the new one. And here's the spare tire change kit, and I think on the previous one it was larger as well. One thing that they have improved is this metal mechanism. Now it's smaller. Now for the hood is separated from the bumper. The older version, the hood used to come all the way to the front. For the engine bay, I think the engine bay is more spacious. I can see more space all around the engine, and this is gonna be easier when working on the car. If you are a DIY type of guy, this is going to be easier for you when working on the car. I can see a lot of space in between the firewall and the engine. I think the previous car, everything used to be closer together, but there is more space on this new generation. So that's it for this video. Like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'm going to be uploading more content about this car and its technology. So don't forget to like and subscribe.